Imagine living in a world where your happiness doesn't depend on the affection you get from others, a place where missed calls, glances, or thinking of you messages don't define your emotional state. This isn't just a fantasy from ancient times, it's a reality you can embrace today. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has endured the test of time, teaches us exactly this. It empowers us to find inner peace and happiness regardless of what's happening around us. But how does this relate to wanting someone to miss you? In love and relationships, it's natural to crave the attention and affection of others. We often believe that this validation is the key to our happiness, yet Stoicism offers a different perspective. By focusing on self-improvement, building emotional independence, and valuing the present without attachment, we not only become more content, but often find that we are, ironically, more likely to be missed. In today's video, we'll explore the Stoic approach to living and loving. We'll look how embracing Stoic principles can not only enrich our lives, but also transform our relationships in surprising ways. Stick around to discover how to make someone miss you, not by playing games or strategizing every move, but by becoming a beacon of self-sufficiency and genuine contentment. And as always, your support means the world to us. A simple action like subscribing can go a long way. So, please stay with us for the whole video. Each part is crafted to guide you toward a more fulfilling and stoic way of living. On our quest for happiness, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of seeking external validation. We often measure our worth by the opinions, reactions, and attention we get from others, especially in personal relationships. But what if I told you there's a more empowering, lasting path to happiness? The Stoic path teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, while letting go of what we can't, like the feelings and behaviors of others. This doesn't mean becoming cold or detached. It means recognizing that true contentment and self-worth come from within, not from someone else's approval. When we hinge our happiness on being missed or desired by someone, we give away our power and become reactive to their actions or lack of them, leading to a constant emotional roller coaster. Stoicism, however, provides tools to step off that ride. By cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation, we build a strong, resilient character that finds joy in self-growth and personal achievements. This doesn't mean isolating ourselves or caring less about others. Stoicism encourages healthy, meaningful relationships rooted in respect and understanding, rather than neediness or dependence. And when we focus on self-improvement, we naturally become more intriguing and attractive to others. People are drawn to those who are confident, passionate, and content with themselves. Ironically, the less we focus on making someone miss us, the more likely it is to happen, because we're living our best, most authentic lives. So, let's shift our focus from seeking validation to nurturing our inner world. Let's invest time in learning new skills, exploring hobbies, and deepening our understanding of who we are and what we stand for. This journey of self-improvement is not only fulfilling in itself, but also makes us more admirable and, yes, more missable in the eyes of others. Remember, the goal of Stoicism isn't to suppress our desires or deny our need for connection, but to remind us that our happiness and worth don't rely on them. By grounding ourselves in Stoic principles, we can live a life of peace, satisfaction, and true independence. So let's embrace the Stoic way, focusing on self-improvement and finding joy within ourselves, because that's where true happiness lies. At the core of Stoicism lies the understanding that while we may not control external events, we do have control over our reactions to them. This insight is incredibly empowering, giving us the ability to manage our emotional state and gain a sense of independence that's truly liberating. Emotional resilience in Stoicism isn't about numbing ourselves to feelings or detaching from the world around us. Rather, it's about acknowledging our emotions, understanding them, and choosing not to let them dictate our actions. The Stoics taught us to focus on what we can control and to release what we cannot. This isn't just a strategy for achieving personal peace, it's a pathway to emotional resilience. When we stop letting external influences such as the actions of others or societal pressures determine our well-being, we cultivate a profound and practical independence. This kind of independence doesn't mean isolation. On the contrary, it enables us to engage with the world from a place of strength and self-assurance. Consider emotional resilience in the context of relationships. Stoicism teaches that while we can love and care deeply for others, our happiness shouldn't be dependent on their presence or approval. This perspective encourages us to build relationships based on mutual respect and genuine connection, rather than on dependency or fear of loneliness. By fostering emotional resilience, we open ourselves to deep, meaningful relationships without losing our sense of self. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes living in harmony with nature, accepting the ebb and flow of life. This principle reinforces our emotional resilience, reminding us that change is the only constant. Our strength lies in our ability to adapt to these changes. This adaptability isn't passive, it's about actively engaging with our values, goals, and the pursuit of virtue. So, how do we cultivate this independence and resilience? It starts with self-awareness, reflecting on our thoughts, emotions, and responses to life's challenges. It includes practicing gratitude, staying present, and pursuing activities that align with our core values. Importantly, it also requires us to challenge our perceptions, asking ourselves if our emotional responses are based on the present reality or outdated beliefs. Embracing Stoicism, we learn to navigate life's storms by becoming our own guiding light rather than relying on others for shelter. This journey towards independence and resilience isn't a solitary one. It's enriched by the wisdom of those who walk this path before us. As we adopt Stoic principles, our capacity for joy, our strength in adversity, and our ability to maintain balanced relationships all grow significantly. The Stoic philosophers like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus often emphasized living in alignment with our true nature and the nature of the universe. For the Stoics, meaning is not found in external achievements or the accumulation of wealth, but in cultivating virtue, wisdom, and integrity. It's about contributing to the greater good, engaging with our communities, and building relationships based on respect and understanding. Creating a meaningful life, then, involves a deep introspection, asking tough questions about who we are and what we stand for. It means identifying our values and living by them, even when it's challenging or when societal expectations urge us otherwise. Stoicism provides us with a compass for this introspection, guiding us to not only consider our actions, but also the intentions behind them. Are we acting from virtue, or are we driven by a desire for external validation? Moreover, Stoicism teaches us about the impermanence of external conditions and the importance of focusing on what remains within our control. This understanding is incredibly freeing. It releases us from the struggle to control the uncontrollable and directs our energy toward what we can truly influence, our own attitudes, choices, and responses. Creating a meaningful life, in the Stoic sense, is less about what we achieve and more about how we live and the mindset we bring to each day. Embracing a Stoic approach to life also means accepting that suffering and setbacks are natural parts of the human experience. Instead of viewing them as barriers to happiness, we can see them as opportunities for growth, resilience, and a deeper understanding of life's complexities. This doesn't mean we seek out suffering. Rather, we find meaning in overcoming challenges, learning from them, and moving forward with a stronger spirit and a more compassionate heart. In practice, building a meaningful life involves small daily acts just as much as it does grand gestures. It's found in the kindness we show others, the integrity with which we conduct our work, and the passion we bring to our pursuits. It's in the moments we take to reflect on our place in the universe, to appreciate nature, to practice self-care, and to connect with those around us. These actions, rooted in Stoic principles, come together to weave a tapestry of a life well lived. The journey toward a meaningful life isn't one we walk alone. It's a path we share, supporting each other with shared wisdom and experiences. By grounding ourselves in Stoicism, we gain the tools not only to face life's challenges, but to thrive amidst them, finding joy, purpose, and meaning in each step of the journey. The Stoics understood early on that much of our frustration, anxiety, and even despair stems from our desire to control what lies beyond our reach. We often expend tremendous energy trying to shape circumstances, outcomes, and even other people to our will, only to realize that much of it is out of our hands. This realization, however, is not meant to dishearten us. Instead, it frees us from self-imposed chains that bind us to impossible expectations. Embracing Stoicism's wisdom on releasing the desire for control doesn't mean we become passive observers in our own lives. It's about focusing our energy on the areas where we can truly make a difference in our inner world. It's in our perceptions, decisions, and reactions that we hold real power. Here we can cultivate virtues like patience, understanding, and resilience. Here we can find peace. Letting go of control, in Stoic philosophy, involves deeply accepting the natural flow of events. It's about understanding the difference between our efforts and their outcomes, recognizing that while we can strive to influence the former, the latter often lies beyond our direct reach. This perspective doesn't diminish the value of our efforts. Instead, it places them within a healthier framework. When we align our actions with our values and detach from specific outcomes, we engage with life more fully and authentically. Moreover, this Stoic insight encourages us to see each moment as a chance to practice acceptance and grow in wisdom. It invites us to question our deep-seated beliefs about control, success, and security. Through this reflection, we often discover that our true strength lies not in controlling the external world, but in mastering our inner landscape. In practical terms, letting go of the desire for control means embracing flexibility and adaptability. It means being open to the unexpected and finding the courage to face uncertainties with a calm mind and an open heart. It's about learning to respond to life's challenges with grace, seeing them as opportunities for personal growth and self-discovery. As we incorporate this Stoic principle into our lives, we find that our relationships deepen, our stress levels decrease, and our appreciation for the present moment grows. As our appreciation for the present moment grows, we begin to realize that control isn't the key to happiness. Instead, balance, acceptance, and inner harmony are what truly sustain us. Letting go of our desire for control, as taught by Stoicism, isn't about surrendering our power, it's about reclaiming it in its most authentic form. This journey toward inner freedom brings a profound transformation in how we view and interact with the world. Along the way, we uncover a life defined not by the need for external validation, but by an internal sense of peace, resilience, and a deeply rooted purpose. As we conclude our exploration of Stoicism and its powerful teachings, it's clear that this ancient philosophy offers more than a set of ideas. It presents a way of living grounded in wisdom, resilience, and peace. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters, guiding us through life's ups and downs with grace and composure. The practices we've discussed aren't just abstract concepts. They're practical tools that, when woven into our daily lives, can transform challenges into opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. In embracing Stoicism, we're not just learning to detach from outcomes that are beyond our control. We're also learning to fully embrace the present moment, to appreciate life's beauty and simplicity, and to build meaningful connections filled with purpose and virtue. It's about creating an inner sanctuary of peace that stays firm, no matter the external storms that may arise. This journey toward a Stoic way of life doesn't promise a path free from pain or struggle. Instead, it offers something far more valuable: the strength to face adversity with courage, the wisdom to make choices aligned with virtue, and the serenity to accept what we cannot change. Stoicism reminds us that while we may not control the external world, we have power over our own perceptions, decisions, and reactions. As we incorporate Stoic principles into our lives, our understanding of happiness, success, and fulfillment shifts. We come to see that true contentment isn't found in accolades or possessions, but in living in alignment with our deepest values and virtues. And in this realization lies the secret to a life filled with profound meaning and joy. Thank you for joining me on this journey at Stoic Journal, where ancient wisdom meets modern living. Let's continue to explore and grow together. For more insights, feel free to watch one of the suggested videos on the screen. Until next time, remember, the journey inward is the most significant journey of all.